Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from in the world. This morning's practice is going to be all about the hips, the hamstrings, quads, basically the full bottom half. Then we're going to move on to some alternate nostril breath work. So we're probably going to spend around 20 minutes doing a bit of movement, and then we'll finish off with the breath work. It's just going to be the alternate nostril breath work. Nice and easy morning this morning, and then we'll finish off with our visualization, meditation, manifestation. With that being said, we're going to take a place at the front of our mat. A couple of sun salutations just to get us warmed up. Big toes together, heels and ankles slightly apart, standing up straight. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bending in the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Hands to the mat, step the right foot, step the left foot. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into cobra or an upward facing dog. Chest out, shoulders back. Tuck the toes. Exhale into downward facing dog. Doing whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable. Might be pedaling the feet, dropping the hips side to side, or just taking your standard downward facing dog. Inhale, look ahead, walk to the front of the mat, around half a foot at a time, keeping the legs bent, keeping the knees bent. Coming up with your halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale all of the way up. Exhale, hands back to heart center, back into a standing position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hands to the mat, lower down. Onto the top of your feet, into your upward facing dog or your cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. I want you to center that left foot just for a second. We're going to take the right foot, the right heel, and bring it to the right glute. And we're going to draw some circles clockwise with the knee. Five anti-clockwise. Placing that foot down, moving over to the left side, left heel, left glute. Same again, 5 clockwise and 5 anti-clockwise. And then walk one half a foot even to the front of the mat. Again, keeping a bend in the knees as much as you need. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward. And inhale, coming all of the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, back into Samasthiti, standing position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Hands to the mat. Exhale, lower down. Into your upward facing dog or your cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Again, centering the left foot. Kick the right foot up and over to the left hand side. Opening up, dropping the knee, bending the knee, dropping the foot, opening up, down the right hand side. You might be coming up onto your right fingertips here. Completely fine. Inhale, you're going to bring that foot forward, Coming into a lunge, driving the hips forward. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, center the right foot. Inhale, kicking the left foot up and over, dropping over to the right hand side. Opening up down the left hand side. Inhaling the left foot forward, coming into that lunge. Again, driving the hips forward, taking a slight back bend. Come forward, bringing that foot back into your downward facing dog. Dropping the knees, bringing the hands back so that you are in your tabletop position. Remember, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows. Pushing the ground away, arching the spine, tilting the tailbone, exhaling, and then inhale, unraveling, arching the spine, tilting the tailbone the opposite direction, opening up the glutes, looking up, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Coming into our child's pose. I want you to widen your knees as much as you can here. And we're just going to take a few breaths and just allow ourselves to sink in the hips. Allow the hips to open up. So big toes together, knees as wide open as you can. And just allow yourself to sink lower and lower. Try to release the tension in the hips that you might have. And then what we're going to do, coming into a pigeon pose, so back into an upward plank. You're going to bring the left knee forward and bring the right foot, the right leg on a kind of diagonal, and then allow yourself to drop down. Go down as much as you feel like you are comfortable. It might take you, you might need to swivel into it a little bit and just really feel the position in the hips, in the groin, in the glutes. How does that feel? And just play around with it, allowing yourself to sink a little bit lower each time. And just spend a few breaths here. Walking your hands up, supporting yourself. Basically, you want to take your left hand and just center it slightly. I want you to start bringing this right foot back, and if you can, take hold of it with the right hand. Now this is completely fine, but if you want to get a bit more deeper stretch, you can take hold of the foot like this and just bring it forward. It all depends on your level. Don't push past anything that you don't feel comfortable with. And then swapping over, place the right hand down, and then we're going to grab hold of the right foot with the left hand and bring it over to the left side, over to the left glute, and then gently release, coming back into an upper plank, and then moving over to the right side, dropping the right knee just behind the right wrist, allowing our foot to go diagonal, and then again just sinking ourselves down. Oh, lovely. And just spend a few breaths here, just relaxing, just just allowing any tension in the hips to just release. Walking the hands up slightly, and again, kind of center that right hand. Start to pull back on the left leg, trying to get the heel to the glute, and just hold that there. If that's you, that's completely fine. If you want to take hold, take hold. If you want to bring that foot in, get a bit more of a deeper stretch in the quad, then feel free to do so. And place that back down, supporting with the left hand now. And we're going to take hold of the left foot with the right hand, pulling it over to the right hand side, to the right glute. Release, placing both hands back onto the mat, coming into our upward facing plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into your pigeon. Sorry, inhale into your cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing. And then inhale, we're going to step the right foot forward. The left foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Hips are facing towards the front. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Drop the left knee. And what we're going to do is sit back and extend the right foot, trying to dorsiflex in that foot. If you want to fold forward slightly, just to get a bit more of a deeper stretch in the hamstring, then go for it. Holding this here for a second now. Come back into the lunge. Inhale, the arms up, slight back bend, driving the hips forward. Hands to the mat, step back, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot forward, right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Hips facing towards the front. Inhale, the arms up. Oh. Exhale, hands to the mat, drop the right knee. Lengthen in the left leg. Again, if you want to fold forward slightly, to get a bit more of a deeper stretch. For 3, for 2, and for 1. What we're going to do now, hands to the mat, and we're going to push ourselves up and come into sideways stance. Widening the feet around 3 feet. Place the hands on the hips. Exhale, folding forward. Placing the hands on the mat. Now, want to be keeping kind of tight in the hamstrings. And we are going to use, it depends what your level is at. So we're going to lengthen, coming up. Exhale, fold forward and use the mat, push the mat this way so that it allows you to get your head under and deeper into the pose. You should be really feeling this on the hamstrings, up on the calves. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale all the way up. Again, hands on the hips. Exhale, folding forward, taking hold of those big toes. Now, if you need to, take a bend in the knees and then lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. And when you're in this fold forward position, you can start to straighten the legs, pull up on the kneecaps, tighten the hamstrings. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Coming up to your halfway lift, and then what I want you to do is take a bend in the right knee. And you might find it, if you can plant your left foot like that, that's great. If you can't, just straighten it like this, and I'm not expecting everyone to be able to do this. If you are supporting yourself like this, it's completely fine. But for those who can sit back like this, sit back for 3, for 2, and for 1, plant the foot. If you can move over to the other side without touching the floor, then go for it. I'm going to support myself and just walk my hands over, shifting the weight over to the left hand side. Again, turning that right foot up and out and just sitting down. If you can plant the foot, then great, but at the minute I'm not feeling that. Let me see if I can. Yeah, not at the minute. And again, coming up, supporting ourselves. I want you to bring the feet in now. We're going to take a bit of a yogic squat. And if you need to be like this, with the elbows on the inside of the knees and your feet, the backs of your feet are not on the floor, that's completely fine. As you get more mobile in the hips, eventually you might find you'll be able to bring your feet down like that. I want you to, if you're supporting like this, just hold this position and play around with it. If you can get your feet to the floor, I want you to place the elbows on the inside of your legs, hands to heart center, hands into prayer position, and just use them to basically push away, opening up, getting a bit more of a deeper stretch in the hips. And then, whichever way you like, take a seated position. Taking our seated position, widening the legs as much as you feel comfortable with. If you need a block or a cushion to sit on to make you a little bit more comfortable, then do that. I want you to try and dorsiflex these feet. So these feet are currently flexed in the ankle, flexed in the foot. This is relaxed. I want us to try and be more conscious of this. What we're going to do is just draw some circles with the torso, keeping our chest and chin up. We're not hunching over here. Basically, just drawing some circles. And each time you come forward, you might get a little bit further down. And we're going to go the other way now. So if you were going clockwise, go anti-clockwise, and vice versa. Bringing the soles of the feet together, taking hold of both feet, pulling them in, and we're just going to drop the knees side to side. And then taking the hands just behind us, sitting back, widening the feet around 2 feet now, dropping both knees over to the left. And what I want you to do, when you've dropped both knees over to the left, I want you to focus on this right knee and just bring this up. Try and plant the right foot onto the floor. Taking the hip through that range of motion there. And 5, drop both knees over to the right now. Lovely. And you're definitely going to find out that you are tighter more on one side, and if you're not, then you are a special human. Doing the same over on the left side now. Internal, external, rotate, trying to keep that right knee down. And 5. Give the legs a little bit of a shake off. I want you to come onto your knees. You're not exactly on your knees, but come into this position, right? Now, not everybody's going to be able to do this, but I want you to try and just sit back slightly and come up, and we're going to get a nice stretch on the feet here. Now, you might just be okay like this. You might just be leaning slightly back. I've getting to a point now where I can actually balance on my feet here and get a nice deep stretch in the feet, in the toes there. And you know you can support yourself still. And then come forward, widen the knees as much as you can. Big toes together. We're going to start walking ourselves down now. Now just hold it to where you feel comfortable. If you want to go all the way down, feel free to do so. Tucking the elbows in. And then just pushing yourself up. Coming back onto your feet. Sitting the legs out in front of you and just give them a little bit of a shake off. We are going to move over to our breath work now. So I'm going to take my mat and place it against the wall. Find yourself a comfortable seated position. If you need a cushion, a block or anything, go and grab it now. If you need to get any tissue to blow your nose, then crack on and do that now. And take a few breaths just in and out through both nostrils. And you're going to find that one is more blocked than the other. But as we move through the breath work, it will open up both. Okay, let's make a start. So taking the right hand, turning the first two fingers in, covering the right nostril with the right thumb. We're going to cover the left nostril with what would be the wedding finger on the left hand, but it's on the right. Blocking the right inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. And release. Take a couple of breaths in and out through both nostrils. And on this round, we are going to slow it right down. Slow it down as much as you can to a point where you can't hear the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. Now, if you feel like you need to take a breath, then do so. If you want to go at your own pace, then that's completely fine. I'm going to block the right inhale through the left. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. And please feel free to continue if you like. Now we'll take some deep inhales, deep exhales, and we'll close the session with a short visualization, meditation. So let's return back to the mantra. I think, I feel, I act, I attract. And so I want you to visualize and think of something that you desire in your life. Could be a personal fitness goal, could be making a certain amount of money, could be moving to the other side of the world, could be closing a business deal. And it's going to be different for everybody. And now I want you to attach the feeling of gratitude to this. Feel how grateful do you feel now? Imagine yourself getting to that point, closing that deal, losing the weight, whatever it is. I want you to imagine it down to the finest detail. And just think how grateful are you feeling now, how happy are you feeling? Just sit with that for a minute. And now what is the action step that you can take today or this week? It's going to get you one step closer to where it is you want to be, or to bring that thing in that you desire into your life. And now a little action step for you is, you should have done this, or if you've joined these sessions, you will have done this already. If this is your first time, I want you to get a pen and a piece of paper and just write down, I think, I feel, I act, I attract. And just keep that piece of paper with you, take a photo of it, or write in your notes in your phone. And just refer back to it throughout the day, throughout the week. And bring yourself back to this moment this morning, this visualization, and it's going to help you reprogram your subconscious into doing the actions that you need to do to get to where it is that you want to be. And yeah, if you want to take a moment just to say thanks to yourself, if you believe in a God or universe, higher power, just take a moment to say thanks. Thank you and namaste. That brings us to the end of the session now. Hope you all got some value out of that. I hope you're feeling nice and loose in the hips, and I'll see you again tomorrow at the same time for another session. Take care. Goodbye for now.